Kyle Steele here, Councilman-elect for Norman City Council, Ward 6. And before I get into the main summary, I just wanted to say that I'm going to be changing how I do these videos up a little bit. When I was a candidate doing this, I wanted to give a brief overview of what was happening during the city council meetings. However, now that my swearing-in date is less than a month away, I'm going to be switching the focus of these videos to just the important things that happened during the city council meetings, and in particular, how they might affect Ward 6, if applicable. And just kind of get my thoughts on those things in general. The idea is that those who do watch these can get insights into how I look at things, and once I'm sworn in, it's another form of transparency. So you could comment, email me, reach out to say, hey, you kind of support what I'm doing, or no, you don't support the way I'm thinking on certain items because XYZ. So, with all that being said, here's the important things that happened during the city council meetings on June 9th, 2026. First, in the special meeting before the main meeting, the camping and residential proposal that got a lot of traction on social media and with the statewide news networks will not be moving forward. This was essentially a study session topic to explore options for the unhoused issue in Norman. Personally, I agree with what was being said all over, and that this solution kind of missed the mark. I do believe that while there's no perfect solution to the unhoused, especially in Norman, there are much better potential avenues than what this ordinance was proposing. Since this is a hot topic, once I am sworn in, I'm going to do some research on where the city is at with the various things that have been discussed for the past couple months. I'll probably do a follow-up video on that, so you all can get an update on my thoughts on the homeless situation or unhoused situation. Now, the main meeting itself, the first important thing that happened was the data center moratorium passed first reading on the consent docket. It'll still have to go to a second reading in 2 weeks, so people can still make their opinions known publicly. But this is something that I am all for personally. In my opinion, we don't even need a moratorium. We just need an outright ban on data centers in Norman, and I would like to see that passed under an ordinance. That way it's kind of clear where we stand as a city. There's no expiration date. Hey, if future councils have the will to repeal that, then that would be on them. But for my opinion, it's just no to data centers in any form here in Norman. Next, the proposed rebate for Sewer Mall was postponed by 2 weeks to allow some council members to meet with constituents, as well as to have another study session on the item. For me, while I'm not opposed to the idea of the rebate program that is kind of based on retail growth, I feel that the terms of this contract is not something that I would be in favor of. Personally, I feel it should include the most recent sales data. So rather than just through 2024, like the current proposed contract, it should include 2025 and maybe even the first half of 2026 if available. I also feel that something like this should be helping small business owners and local business owners. And there is probably still a way to target those smaller business owners that are in the mall on the west side rather than giving kind of like a blanket rebate. But that's something that would have to be workshopped. So again, to summarize, I'm not against the idea, kind of against it in the current form at least, but I'm always open to discussions, and I would like to see a program like this benefiting small business owners across Norman, but especially kind of in the downtown or east side areas as the Ward 6 council member elect. In addition, I just want to say the term length on this contract is a little iffy to me. I understand that there's probably a business reason. Businesses want certain ability. They want consistency. However, 5 years is just too long. A council member's term is only 2 years by default, and with turnover on council kind of being what it is, like I said, it just doesn't sit right. My personal preference would be for a 2-year contract, just so every council member would get a chance to weigh in, especially when the renewals come around on it. But that may not always work out depending on the contract itself. So All that being said, if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns about anything, please don't hesitate to email me at KyleForNorman@gmail.com for the next month. Still monitoring that email for those who want to chat or give their opinions. Thank you. Have a good day.